you doing today?
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad you came in today. How are you doing today?
Great.
You're doing great. Okay, so before we get started, I want to explain to you about confidentiality and what confidentiality is. Confidentiality is what you say to me and what I say to you should be left in this room. The only reason I would have to break confidentiality is if you say to me that you want to kill yourself or harm yourself, or if you tell me that an elderly has been abused or a child has been abused and neglected. Another thing would be if the court ordered for us to release your medical documents for what we're recording in these meetings. I would have to let them know. But I will let you know. But I will let you know ahead of time what was going on. Okay. So what brings you here today?
Well, it's just this life's just crazy. You know, I got a family member that got dementia. You know, I had to put him in the old folks home the other day, and kind of thinking like, I don't know if I should have done that. I mean, I'm just in a situation where I can't really handle it myself, but you know, now I'm feeling a certain type of way because I did it. Because you know, families got something to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but they ain't trying to help with them. But you
Okay, I understand that decisions such as putting a loved one in a nursing home could be very hard, but in the end, I'm sure that putting a parent or a loved one in a nursing home helps you out a lot. So I do understand where you're coming from. So you said that they're not doing anything. So are you saying that you're the only one that's caring for your loved one that's in a nursing home?
well, at first I was, but and then I started to have my kids to look after like when I didn't have time when I was working. I have them to go over there a day or two, or in between weeks, just to stay. But they don't pay no attention. They don't be watching them like that. He do anything, leave the stove on, leave stuff on in the house. We burn the house down, anything, and so I basically got to be around. Because young kids they ain't paying attention. They got so much other stuff going on in life.
Okay. How old are your kids?
Lord have mercy. I don't know how to keep up with them. I got about 7 of them.
You got 7 kids? Well, I take it they were old enough to be home watching it,
Oh
right?
yeah, my youngest one is 13.
Okay. So how how did it come about that you found out that your loved one was doing things like leaving the stove on and things of that such?
Well, what happened is, I had went over there one night and I had just got out working out real tired. Usually I had to stay up, and watch it closely until they go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And still not being in a deep sleep because I had to watch stuff they do, But this night I was real tired. And I feel like they tricked me, like they were asleep. But as soon as I went to sleep, and I guess I don't know if I was asleep or not, and he was asking me about something he wanted to eat or something, but I believe he tried to cook that night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when I woke up, he had nothing, stuff burnt up, and I just smelled a lot of smoke. When I woke up, that was it.
Oh wow.
Once that happened, he had to go to the old folks. I couldn't stand
So is it your father we're talking about?
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your father, does he lived in the home with you and your kids?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what do you do for a living?
Well, I got like a business where I go around helping like the same thing, like helping older people and you know, different things like helping them get their groceries, helping them get their medicine, helping them get their anything they need to make it, and but that's why I thought that it would be a good thing for me to see if I can help my dad out, but my dad is a lot more work than everybody else. I don't know why, but
Right.
I mean, it's just he's always back to his when he first started out his life. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he's 10 again. So
Uh-huh.
it's like it's kind of hard to deal with. You
Uh-huh.
know how a baby is. A baby start out when you got a baby that's 2 years old. You got a baby that's 5 years old. They okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when that baby turn 8 and 10 years old, you got something in your hands.
That's true.
So that's for a grown person to go back to that era. It's like,
Mm-hmm. Let's let's talk about the people that you said that have a lot to say, but they're not helping you. Do you not have siblings that come in and help, or is it just you?
yeah, it's just me. Cause the rest of my family, they don't really. Some of them stay here, but they work all the time. They just like me, but they work at jobs that's like 12, 14 hour jobs a day. So it's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that, and
Mm-hmm. So you be tired because you're having to. You must work what, like the morning to the night, and then you're up all night with your father because of his dementia and he's forgetting things. Has he ever tried to leave the house or anything?
oh yeah,
He has.
he ain't never tried. He done it.
Okay. Well, when is it in the middle of the night when he's doing these things?
Well, no, it was like it used to be like whenever it seemed like whenever he think you sleep, cause
Oh,
it's
okay.
like you can sit here and look at him and he'll look at you like, what you looking at?
So
You know what I'm
he
saying? Then as soon as you mess around there and crack your eye closed and just snap back in it for a minute, shoot.
be gone.
Probably a mile away right then.
Okay.
But if you see him, if you just in there looking at him, he walking around slow, like he barely can move, like he need a cane.
Uh-huh.
You close that eye one time
So he's a little jokester.
and wake up, he way down the road.
So he's a little jokester. I used to take care of my dad. My dad, I had to end up putting him in the nursing home because there was a lot of conflict. He was doing some of the things that your father done. He had sundowners, and that's when he would get, I don't want to say out of control, but I couldn't handle him because he was doing some of the same things that you said that your father was doing. And it was a work in progress for me to be able to deal with that, with me being the only one that was taking care of him. So it took some time, but I got used to it. Do you, do you, how do you feel about the nursing home that he's in?
Oh, I mean, I feel pretty good about it. They nice people. He got good nurses.
Hmm.
They show him good respect. They show him respect when I be a nurse. So I'm hoping they're doing him real good.
Okay, how about then? How do he like it? How does he like the change?
Well, he like it. He don't ever complain about it. Everybody else is the one complaining about it, family. But
Like,
to me, he act like he happy. Like he got a couple friends in there now, and
what family is complaining?
intermediate family, brother, sister. But they
Okay,
don't have no time for
correct, correct. So you said that you work and you have 7 kids. Do you have a wife?
him.
Okay. Did your wife help you with your dad?
Nah, you know how that is. She got her own kids she got to worry about. She tried, but it's too much. She work and got to keep up with 7 kids. They got to get out, go to school. Got to get them from school. Got to get them from practice. There's a lot of stuff going on with them. So with me working all the time and with them, it's kind of hard for me to watch out my dad all the time. But I feel like even though with him and the old folks, I still go up there a lot.
Hmm.
I feel like I check on him all the time because. But the good thing is, there's people in this world that's worse than he is. That's that can't hold their stomach, that you have to take them to the bathroom, you have to do different things with them. They got, they can't really eat by themselves. They got feeding tubes. You have to feed them with
Mhm.
cancer insure, little stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's just different stuff. I mean, but thanks to the good Lord that He is, in the health where He can handle Himself. All He has to do is just have somebody to watch. Cause
Mhm.
like I said, He's just like a kid again.
Okay. Good. Well, I just let me reassure you that we are happy and we are excited that your father is here with us at Autumn Care. We ensure you that we're going to take very good care of him. And we just want you to be comfortable and happy with the services that we are providing. We love your father. He has came in and he has became one of the clients here. He gets along with everyone. And of course, we have those days where your father has some wandering and things that he wants to do. But other than that, it's been pretty nice, and we're just glad to have him here. And I'm glad that you could come and talk to me today to let me know how it was going and how it was feeling for you to have put your father in here. Because, like I said, most people have a lot of trouble with it. It seemed like you were having some trouble with it at first, but now you're really, it was a good call for you. It took a lot of stress off of you. Is that correct?
Man,
Okay. Well, I see that we have a meeting coming up. We have another meeting scheduled at the end of the month. And so, whenever you come in next time, I would like for you to think about some things that you value between you and your father when you were coming up. And just reflect on those stories. And just, I want you to tell me about them. Think about the things with your father that made you happy. And we can talk about some of those things at our next meeting. Okay. So how are you feeling now that you've talked about this and got some of it off of your chest?
I feel great. I mean, I've been feeling a little bit better ever since I know he was getting good help.
That's good. That's good. It's just those family members that we have to worry about from time to time and their opinion.
Well, you ain't got to worry about him because people gonna talk anyway as long as they got lips. So you ain't got to really worry about them. Just let them talk. Even though I mean, if they ain't gonna do nothing, that ain't nothing but a help. That's not a help anyway. Talking is not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cause the reason I say that he ain't just my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like he took care of all of us, I feel like everybody should do their part. But
Right, you feel that way, but no one else is helping. So it can get overwhelming and it can be discouraging, but you're doing a good job. You did a good job with your father. I I commend you for that because most people wouldn't do that. Okay, Mr. Marlowe. Well, thank you for coming in. Do you have any more questions for me?
no man, you make me about. I'm almost about to cry thinking about my dad.
Okay. Don't cry. We don't need that. All right. Thank you.